Hi everyone, I'm Livy and welcome to Livates. So this workout's going to be a quick 15-minute workout to help you work on the health of your hips. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and head over to my Instagram account, which is @Livates_ and give us a follow on there too. Enjoy your workout. So today we're just going to begin by lying on our backs. Okay, and I just want you to feel this lovely sense of feeling really heavy in the mat. I want the knees aligned with the hips and the hips aligned with the heels. Palms are going to come down by the sides. Okay, from here I want you to hold to close your eyes and just start to breathe. So we're just inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Lovely. So we're just feeling that expansion of breath as we inhale and that releasing as we exhale. Lovely. Last couple of breaths here. And this time as we exhale, lengthening the tailbone away from the crown of the head. I just want you to tuck the tailbone and just press just the lower back into the mat. Okay? So we're thinking about having a marble between our belly button and our pubic bone here. Okay? And we're just rolling that marble up towards our belly button. Okay? So we're just lengthening the tailbone down and then exhaling and rolling that marble up towards the belly button. Lovely. So we're just moving from the lower pelvis here. This is called a posterior pelvis tilt, pelvic tilt, or tilting the pelvis backwards. Lovely. And then when you're ready, you're going to visualize rolling that marble all the way up to your sternum. Okay, so we're going to lift the hips, stand into the feet, and just roll up through the spine. Lovely. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're going to come back down again. Good. And as we come down, we're just imprinting each and every bone of the spine in towards the mat. Now you might feel this a little bit in your hamstrings, so the backs of your thighs. If you do, I want you to step your heels just a little bit further in towards you. Lovely. Lifting the hips high, reaching the knees forward. And we're thinking about crown of the head and the tailbone always lengthening away from each other. As we roll down, the spine drops down to the mat like a pearl necklace, pearl by pearl. And then as we come up, we're just peeling the spine away from the mat. Shoulders are heavy, relaxed across the front of the neck. Lovely. And on your next repetition, I just want you to hold it lifted. Nice. From here, option to lift only the heel. You're going to stand, you're going to feel all 10 toes on the ground, and then you're just going to lift the left leg over the top of the hip until the shin's parallel to the ceiling. Okay, so the knees over the top of the hip, and then you're going to bring it down. Again, option to just lift the heel, and then you're going to roll down through the spine, and then you're going to roll back up, all 10 toes on the ground here, and then you're going to lift the opposite leg. So we're going to lift the right leg this time, and then come down. Okay, now you can roll in and out of these lifts, or you can keep the hips lifted and just open them one by one. But what your challenge is here is to keep the rest of your body still as you lift that leg. So you're keeping the tailbone tucked, you're keeping a lovely sense of connection right through the foot into the ground. Tailbone stays lengthened in between the legs, and most importantly, the hips stay level here. Okay, so if I was to place a spirit level on your hips, they wouldn't move at all. Really good. Really squeeze the glute, so the bum muscle of your supporting leg. Lovely. Last couple here. So we're going to lift and then come down. Roll all the way back down through the spine. Inhale. Refine your alignment. Roll back up again. And we're just going to work on those single legs. So again, we've got the option just to have the heel lifted here, or you're going to lift the knee over the hip. Option to straighten the leg all the way up to the ceiling, and we're going to go for little lifts and lowers and lifts. Okay, so we hinge at the hip. We're going to lower and then lift. Really good. Lower and then lift. Get the bent leg reaching forward as we lift. Try and keep the legs aligned and lift. Well done. So we're lowering, squeeze the bum and lift. Push through the heel here and lift. Relax the shoulders. Last one and lift. Really good. Bring the lifted foot back down to the mat. Change sides. Option to roll down and reset your bridge if you need to. Choose your leg position. So if you're the heel lifted, leg in tabletop, so with shin parallel to the ceiling, or leg lifted, and we're going to do those lifts and lowers again. So we're going to lower and then lift. Well done. Lower and then lift. Keep going. Lower and then lift. Toes grip the ground. Lower and then lift. Push through the heels. Lower and then lift. Well done. Lower and then lift. Last one here. Hold and squeeze, and then roll all the way down to the mat. Okay, I want you to extend both legs up towards the ceiling. I want you to lift the chest and bring the hands around either the backs of the thighs or the backs of the calves. You're going to take a hold of your right leg and just allow the left leg to drop. Okay, and you're just going to pull that leg towards you. Shoulders draw down the back, just stretching through the back of the hamstring here. Okay, the grounded leg stays reaching away. Lower abdominals are engaged. Nice. Bring the legs back up towards the ceiling, and we'll go for the other side. Okay, now if you need to bend your leg on the floor here, that's fine for a bit more support, or you can extend it away, push through the heel. Lovely job. Okay, from here, we're just going to bring both feet, we're going to bend both legs, bring both feet flat to the floor. You're going to take your left leg up into the end, you're going to point it towards the ceiling. Now you've got the option to keep your grounded leg bent, or you can lengthen it away. Hands come out towards the sides with the palms facing up, and we're just going to start to draw little circles with that leg. Okay, so we can either be here in the full exercise, or we're going to have the leg bent, so we're going anti-clockwise at the moment. Okay, or another option is you can have this lifted leg bent as well. So we're just stirring right from the hip joint here, okay? So we're really trying to find stability in the pelvis as we circle out of the hip. Think about that leg being really heavy in the hip. Think about stirring a cup of knee in the hip and then reverse your circle. Lovely job. So you're using the strength of your abdominals here to keep your pelvis still as you mobilize through the hip. Lovely job. And then you're just going to hug that knee in towards you. We're going to go for the other side. So choose your leg position. So lifted leg is either straight or bent. Grounded leg is either the same, straight or bent. Hands come out the side, palms are up, and we're just going to turn the leg. Okay, so just counterclockwise first. Now you may find that one side's a little bit more wobbly. For me, it's definitely this side. And again, we're just using the strength of the abdominals, lifting and circling. And then reverse that circle. Really good. Keep the crown of the head lengthening along the mat. Nice job. See if you can make that circle maybe a little bit bigger. There you go. And then you're going to hug the knee in towards you. Lovely. From here, come on to your side. And I just want you to find your side lying position. So when we're in side lying, we want the hips stacked directly on top of each other. We want the shoulders stacked right on top of each other as well. Top side shoulder is in line with top side hip. And I want you just to bring your feet just in front of you so you can see your feet, okay? From here, I want you to rest your ear on your bicep. You're going to take your hand, top side hand, up towards the ceiling, or you can have it on the ground for a bit more support. And when you're ready, you're going to lift your top side leg to hip height, and you're going to flex the heel, bring the leg forward, point the toe, sweep the leg back. Okay, it's really good. So when you do this, I want you to think about your leg moving across the top of a table here. Okay, so we're maintaining the height of the leg. In fact, it may be better if you bring your hand down to the floor just so you can isolate the hip a bit better. Now when we do side lying, we want to keep this lovely lift in our underside. Okay, we don't want to be collapsing down. We want the top side hip lengthening away. And we want to be gathered through the back and through the tummy muscles, like we're sandwiching the spine. Really good. Last one. Coming forwards and backwards. Nearly there. So at the minute we're working our hips ability to keep the leg lifted from using the muscles in the side of the hip, and also whilst it's doing that, use the muscles of the front of the hip to bring it forward, and then the back of the hip to bring it back. Really good. Last couple. And then when your leg's backwards, you're just going to hold it there. We're just going to do little lifts and lowers. Okay, so we're just going to lower and then lift. Well done. Lower and then lift. Keep that lift in the underside. Lower and then lift. Last one, lengthen out the leg and then lift. Lower and then lift. Last one, lower and then lift. Hold it there. Really good. Bend the leg in front of you. Allow it to rest onto the floor. Then you're going to press yourself up into a seated position. Now we're going to really strengthen the front of our hips here by doing some seating. If you need to pause the video and go and get a towel or a cushion or something to pop under your bum just to lift your hips up a little bit more, then please do so. Otherwise, we're going to sit out in our straddle position, okay? Again, legs can be a little bit bent here if your hamstrings don't allow you to stretch them away. But wherever you are, I want you to be pulling the toes back towards you as you ground through the heels and we ground through the tops, through the front of the thighs. Sit lovely and tall, lift out of the pelvis. Bring the hands into this cactus arm position, so elbows to the side, wrists straight up, and we're just going to twist and then center. Really good. Twist and then center, and twist and then center. Last one. Twist and then center. Keep going. Twist and then center. I know I just said last one, but I didn't mean it. Think length out the spine and then center. Keep the hips solid here. Twist and then center. Well done. We're going to come down onto our other side. Okay, so enjoy that lovely, find that lovely sideline position again. Get the feet where you can see them. Find that lift in the underside. Hips are stacked. Arm comes in front of the body. We're going to lift the top leg up to hip height. We're going to flex the heel and bring the leg forward. Point the toe and bring it back. So the toe is pointing in the direction that the leg is traveling. And we're trying our best to keep the rest of the body still as we move from the hip joint. Really good. Keep going. So remember, we're thinking of that invisible table right in front of us. Last one. Really good. I keep saying last one, but it's not the last one. Relax the neck. Send all of your tension down into your waist and your hips. Okay, send it away from the neck and the shoulders. Keep that top hip stacked. Lovely. Come forward and then back, forward and then back, and you're going to hold it there. We're going to go for a little lift and lower. So we'll lower and lift. Really push the hip back, lower and then lift. Keep the tailbone tucking under and then lift. Well done. Lower and then lift. Keep going. Lower and then lift. Last one. Lower and lift and hold it there. Hold it there and then release. Lovely. From here we're going to come onto our front. And I just want you to take your arms in this diamond arm position. Okay, so forehead is pressing into the hands, elbows are out towards the sides. I want you to press. I want you to lengthen the legs down the mat, point the toes, press the pubic bone into the mat, and then we're just going to inhale and we're going to lift the leg one by one. Okay, so I want you here to think about lengthening through the front of your legs. So we've got a slight outturn of the toes here, I should have mentioned, as you squeeze and lift through the back of your legs. So we're pulling the heel up towards the bum as the toe points away. Lovely. Keep that turn out of the leg. And then when you're ready, we're just going to go for double leg lifts. Okay, so you can stay with single leg lifts, or you're just going to lift and then lower. Well done. Keep the pubic bone pressing into the mat and then lower. Last one here. I don't know why I keep saying last one, because it's really not the last one. Keep going. Lift. Squeeze the bum and lower. Think about lifting the thighs away from the mat. Lower. Well done. Find that length and lift. Keep the tailbone lengthening down. Keep the sitting bones, so the bones in your pelvis that you sit on, lengthening down towards the heels. Lift and then lower, and then we're going to hold that lift there, and we're just going to lift for 3. And we're going to do little pulses. Okay, so we're going to pulse, 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 pulse. Keep going. Pulse, 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 pulse. Hold it there. Hold them lifted. Can you lift a little bit higher? Can you lift a little bit higher again? Well done, and then release. Lovely. We're just going to do a couple of back extensions just to work that area of our back. Okay, so when you're ready, bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. And you're just going to lift and lengthen forward through the spine as you lift the chest, coming into a back extension. Keep the low ribs on the mat for now. And then we'll just do 2 more here. So we're just lifting and then lowering. Well done. Lifting and then lowering. Good. From here, you're going to sit the hips all the way back towards the heels. And we're just going to enjoy this lovely child's pose. I want you to push through the hands here and really try and get the tailbone down towards the mat. Breathe in here. Lovely. Nice. We're just going to do a couple of stretches to finish off. So I want you to come up into this high kneeling position. I want you to take your right leg forward. And I want you with a tuck of the tailbone, so make sure you tuck the tailbone. We're just going to push the hips forward and stretch through the front of the hip. Lovely. Keep the chest lifted, keep the tailbone tucked and push it under. And then come back. Other side. Okay, so we tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glute as we drop forward and stretch. Nice job. Last one here. Good. Now we're going to come into an all fours position. Bring the hands to the front of the thighs. Sit lovely and tall. Close your eyes. And we'll just take some deep breaths together. Inhale in. Exhale in. Last couple of breaths here. We've just worked the hips in all different directions. It doesn't take long to give your hips just that little bit of love, just to help you stand that little bit firmer, help you bend over that little bit stronger, and just to help you walk and move just that little bit more healthy. Yeah. Good, open your eyes. And you're done. Well done, everyone. Thanks for joining us.